Oh y'all, welcome back to the channel. I know last time I was doing the center console part one, but part two, I've been extremely busy, so I haven't even been able to actually touch the the center console. I did have a 92 F150 with the 4.9, which is 300i, whatever you call it. Um, it was one of my buddies. I had to bring it over here to the house and fixed almost rebuild the engine, almost. But every single gasket on that motor, except for maybe like three, were replaced. Um, I fixed his heater, fixed his AC, and I really meant to make a video out of that, but man, I was just kind of crunched for time, and I was just trying to hurry up and get this truck in and out so I could buy another truck, which is this truck right here. I actually bought. It's a 93 F150 with a 5.0 in it. I actually bought it non-running for 900 bucks. And I'll tell you a little bit about that story on how I got this truck um, here in a sec. So the story on the truck is they had it for sale for 19, talked them down 13. This is all before Thanksgiving. They didn't message me after, asking them a couple questions. And come Saturday after Thanksgiving, they finally messaged me and they said, "Hey, come get it. We'll give it to you for $1,000." Packed up all my stuff that I needed to tow this truck with. Went to Pearland, which is about close to an hour away from me, and unfortunately, there was a bunch of things wrong with the truck that they didn't even tell me about. Wound up buying the truck for 900, title in hand, and it I just don't understand why people do certain things to these trucks or any vehicle at that. If you don't know how to work on it, don't touch it, because you could potentially, more than likely, make it worse. Instead of replacing the battery terminal end, they had a raw wire just wrapped around the terminal itself. That's doofus move one. Um, doofus fix number two was the fact that both fuel pumps were not working. I took starter fluid just to hear the motor run, and then I heard it run, made sure that it wasn't all crazy. Has leaks like no tomorrow. The back fuel pump was actually only half of a fuel pump. Where did the other half go? No idea. I even looked in the tank, nothing. Front fuel pump was rigged up so bad, and I had to fix that. So luckily I had an extra fuel pump here. Um, I got the truck running. Sounds real good. I apologize. I should have made a video or included the section of me fixing the fuel pump in this video. Whenever I took the truck for a test drive, for its first test drive, did not want to change gears. Before that, I smelled the transmission fluid, did smell burn, and I was suspecting I might have problems with it, and transmission's fried. I went out of my way to Dickinson, Texas, which is almost an hour away. Bought a transmission for 300. It is good, and hopefully nothing's wrong with that one. And basically, what I'm doing is I'm pulling the transmission out of this one, so I can put the other one in. So everything done to this truck, and we're out there. Oh, they also had the lights rigged up, and the back lights weren't even working. Finally fixed that. The plastic on the connection was all tore up when, on the section where you turn the lights on. So what can you say? 900 bucks. I mean, look at all this. Leaks everywhere. So I am gonna take off transmission. I did see my starter's hanging right there. I have like 2 more bolts for the transmission, and I have the bolts to the cross member that I gotta get off. I would have took off the drive shaft. You can see it hanging right there. And well, that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to stay as clean as I could possibly be. Unfortunately, I'm pretty dirty now from this leaking machine thing. Hey, come here. Let me show you something. What do y'all think? Now, what do y'all think this is about? So somebody tell me what the hell this is about. Nah. Hey, I found a fuse. What do y'all think this is about? So, let me actually show y'all what that was about. So if y'all can see the shifter, what is wrong with the shifter? Okay, shifter is trash. If you look in there on the shifter, you see where that arm is broken. So with the arm broken, it also broke, or somewhere down the line, the cable. Where's it at? There it is. The cable that goes, actually is that the brake? Anyway, there's a cable that goes for the shifter, and that actually broke. And instead of replacing it with maybe $30-something part, they decided to do this. Why? Man, I guess more money for, you know, there's certain medications or whatever. I don't know. So they made a big old hole in this damn transmission well. Messed up the carpet and everything, just to be able to reach their hand in there and shift from park to reverse, neutral, drive, whatever. And it's just been a bunch of those stupid little fixes all over this truck. It was a real nice looking truck before they got a hold of it, because they bought it from the neighbors across the street. This right here was from the light accessory, and it just crumbled up. Luckily I had a new one. Well, not a new one, but man, just that's it. I mean, that's real fragile. Look at the dash. Look at the brow. They must have shaved their brow off from one side. They must have lost a bit or something. But yeah, all throughout this truck is like this, man. But we're gonna get it right. We are gonna get it right. So transmission is out. No idea why these are here, zip ties. A lot of people think that zip ties could fix anything, but yeah, this thing was so full of oil. Oil leaks like crazy. Transmission leaks. Just look at that. There's no, it's just burnt. It's crispy. Washer's no good. But yeah, I'm just gonna junk this transmission. I'm not even gonna rebuild it or try to rebuild it, or I don't know. Now a lot of times on this E4OD, you have to look at this. The plug that's right next to the exhaust, you only have a small piece of metal or aluminum that's protecting this from the heat, but it still gets a lot of heat. And with that heat come, you know, and then you have rubber right here. You have a lot of corrosion all throughout this side. And so I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen yet, but the back side, yeah, just about the same. So this right here will cause a lot of E4OD transmissions just to fry up, because you get shorts in this thing and whatnot, and it'll trash the transmission. Trust me, it will trash it. And the connection is found actually on the passenger side, by like the middle of the door, right on the transmission. So the wiring goes from the driver's side, loops over the transmission, and goes in there. All right, y'all, so here we are underneath the truck. So what I'm gonna do next is, I bought this part here at O'Reilly's. I think this was like, because I have a commercial account, this was like 20 bucks, I think. It's the rear main seal. Gonna go ahead and take this one off, and I don't even know what size socket that uses. Take a guess, and it's not that. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the flex plate off. All right, so what I do is I actually mark the bolt. That's the last bolt that I took out, and that's the mark that I put on the flex plate also. And you have to mark it because you got to be careful, because as you can see right here, there's some weights on it. So seems like there's two weights on it, one heavier weight right here, and that's just to balance out the spin of the motor to the transmission. All right, I know we're in the truck, but here it is the next day. I did put the transmission in there. There's two bolts holding it down. The reason why I didn't video that is because I was struggling. It's one thing if you have help, it's another thing if you're just, you put the transmission on top of you and you're pushing it up and trying to line up four bolts to the flex plate and 2 pins for the transmission to line up with the motor. And man, it took me maybe an hour, a little over an hour, just to get everything situated. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. I mean, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And somebody tell me how to do it easier. Anyway, so that was yesterday. It rained in the morning. Not going to be able to go underneath the truck right now because I got to do some errands later on. And we're just going to work on something else on the truck. And I'm going to find out what's going on with the steering column. All right, here we are in the truck. Got the shifter handle wagon. Ford 13mm bolts, nuts, that are holding this on. And look what we have. It just completely broken in half. That's nuts. Luckily I have an extra steering column and a shifter, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch that out and take out the cable also. All right, for those of you that don't know how to take out the key cylinder, you see this at the bottom, this little stub hanging up. Well, whenever you have it inside, I have the battery out, so that's why it's not gonna, the accessories aren't gonna turn on. There's like a little hole at the bottom. See that little hole? So you turn it on to accessory mode. There it goes. You turn it on to accessory mode. You put a little piece of metal in there to push it up, help push it up. And while it's in accessory mode, you could just take it out. I guess that's a real quick rundown version. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this later on, not right now. And just like that with the T30, this is one clamp that's holding it down, and there's well, the second clamp just broke. And then there was another bridge behind it that needed to come out with two more T30s. All right, so here's the steering column, extra steering column that I have. Taking this is the bridge that I was talking about earlier, and this back one on the one that's in the truck right here actually broke. So taking this one off to put on another one. All right, so I already put everything back together. It is missing the bezel itself. Of course, this crap is all hanging down and whatnot. I still got to put this, whatever, the lever, whatever you want to call it. Even though this probably is not the year, it's not the right one. But yeah, I basically just put everything back together. I'm gonna use this one just for now. I would trade it off for a new one, which is the ignition switch. Well, the key and the ignition itself. And yeah, I already tested the cable and everything's good. All right, y'all, so one thing that I've noticed that I've been doing lately on this channel is I've been doing a lot of vlogs. A lot of vlogging style type of stuff, and that's not originally what this channel was built for. The channel is more for the OBS Fords and showing y'all how to fix them and the different problems that I'm running across with buying these trucks, fixing them up and flipping them for a little profit. And but the only thing that I was supposed to do is vlog style is this thing right here, the 67 F100, and not even this one. So yeah, we're gonna start correcting stuff on the next video, because I did get a little sidetracked, and we're gonna go take care of that with this truck right here. All right, this video long enough. Go ahead and close it right now.